Shout out to J&J.
So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
This is, episodes, man. You guys got a real good thing going on.
To the WWE. We've got Liv Morgan, wrestler, has been stalked, and the stalker was arrested.
Oh, wow.
And, Liv Morgan, she's my favorite pro wrestler, and she was featured on the Chucky show.
Yeah.
That's a spinoff from the popular Child's Play horror film series.
Mm.
So, just to start us off, is Chucky iconic in the horror community?
Absolutely. You can't Chucky, that movie never gets old, James. Like it's a horror classic. It never gets old.
Yeah, Liv said that she was a fan of Chucky since she was a kid, and she was able to appear on the show and to get killed by Chucky, and she referred to it as a dream come true.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy sports crossovers in the
television
movies?
I do. I definitely do. I like the backstories behind it, like just different stuff they're into. So
I think every time we talk about athletes going into the entertainment, we always want to see more of that.
More of that, yeah. Definitely. We covered NBA players turning into rappers, football, doing this, doing that. So y'all just keep it going.
So getting killed by Chucky was one of her bucket list items. Is that a typical wrestler mentality?
Yeah, definitely. I think that helps her kind of brings the toughness in the WWE.
Going out and putting on a show and bringing the physicality.
Mm-hmm.
And so looking at that stalker, this was from SEScoops.com, and the latest on Liv Morgan's alleged stalker was that he was stalking her outside the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. And this took place Tuesday night, June 3rd, 2025.
Oh, wow.
And then there's a quote here from social media. People were talking about it. A legit stalker was arrested outside the PC tonight. Multiple bags of evidence taken in by police officers. I wish I was making this up, y'all. Y'all need help. Seriously, shaking my head. So do you agree they likely need some serious help?
I'm pretty, yeah, I do. But at the same time, it's always that overly fan. It's a fan, you know what I mean? But it's some fans, they do a little bit too much. Because you can't just do what you want to do. You know what I mean? I mean, you're a fan. You have to, yeah.
And, what's with the multiple bags of evidence? I'm wondering what was in those bags or what kind of evidence they were.
I'm pretty sure that's what everybody's wondering. What's in the bags, man? For sure.
So the alleged stalker was stopped and arrested outside the WWE Performance Center, and they're still in custody. So that's got to be scary for Morgan.
Her, yeah.
Do you think that that's affected her wrestling at all?
No, I mean she'll get through that. I mean, like I said, I know it's probably a new experience, but she'll get over that. I mean, it's a lot of fans that do too much. You know what I mean? Overly stalk or overly get involved, and they do get kicked out or arrested or anything like that. So it's just that type of situation.
And this, has probably been an issue since, athletes, entertainers, actors have been around
for years,
pretty much. What could be done to maybe avoid this from happening, stop this from happening?
Honestly, it's kind of hard to answer that because it be happening so random, James. Even with basketball, a fan comes out on the court, runs out on the court, does something crazy, football, this and that. So you really don't expect it to happen. I think that's what makes it so random. But security, of course, they come and handle it. But yeah.
So yeah, just maybe putting out more security guards for
at least maybe around the rings, or that might help.
Yeah, and WWE has had bad stalkers in the past.
Yeah.
There were people stalking Sariana and Sonya Deville, and then this one was pretty interesting. A man had smeared feces on the Performance Center wall, and he got shot by police in 2015.
Oh my goodness!
So that's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. It seemed all the women fighters, they gotta look out. They gotta really watch out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why that specific part was even in the article. Can you imagine something like that happening?
Leaving the arena and seeing that, stomach would be turned for sure.
And according to Wrestling Outlaws, they recently had wrestling writer Vince Russo on, and he was talking about it. He was talking about the Stalker and Liv Morgan and all of that. He said he's got to put the heat where the heat has to be, bro. They're making themselves too accessible. They really are. On social media, they're making themselves too accessible, bro. You're talking about wackos. And if you're coming across as a nice as honey person, down to earth, bro, wackos are going to think they got a shot with you.
Easy, yeah.
So that's a pretty controversial take on the
It
situation.
is controversial because, I mean, what if that's their personality? I know WWE, you got to play a certain, you got to be tough, you got to, you know, act a certain way. But these are still regular people at the end, you know, at the end of the day. So it's like, what if she's a chill, you know, read books, chill type of personality? You can't, you know, she can't control her personality.
Yeah, and shouldn't we blame the psychotic people who are doing this stalking too?
Yeah, I mean, she's doing her job. I can see if she's doing a little too much on the internet or something like that to get that attention drawn, but she's not doing that. So
I think here probably one of the main things on social media, and I think the biggest issue is not being nice to people or not. It's not anything like that. It's letting people know where you're at and sharing your location. I think that's probably the biggest issue.
That's the number one no. Celebrities, I seen it happen. People lost their lives sharing a location, or somebody close around them sharing a location. You know what I mean? You never do that.
We're not at band barracks right now, guys.
No, we're yeah.
So he continued on. He said they've got to stop putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
And he's not making excuses for the crazies. They are whack jobs, they're crazy people. But these are women presenting themselves as beautiful, sexy, nice. He is blaming the victim. And I think the main issue, you know, as we had mentioned, is putting out social media locations.
Yeah, that's because I understand you know, that's your personality, that's how you, but you still have to move really strategic because you are a professional public eye. So
he was even went back to talk about classic female wrestlers and saying things like, "Are you going to stalk Jacqueline, Luna Vachon, Sherry Martel? You're not going to stalk these people because you'd be scared to death. They'd kill you."
Yeah.
So I think he's wrong about this. I think that many of these wrestlers could easily defend themselves if they needed
absolutely.
to.
I mean, if he doesn't stop this, he's going to run into the wrong wrestler who's really about that, and you know.
But I think the issue though is they shouldn't have to defend themselves.
Yeah, they shouldn't. That's just that's unfortunate because you don't see it. You don't hear a lot of things like other female sports like in those type of situations. I don't know why wrestling is the main. I don't know.
I was kind of curious too about this. You know, speaking about Vince Russo, he's a writer. So how much does he really know about defending himself?
It's true. I mean, all he does is write. So I don't know.
But y'all, please let us know what you think about stalkers, stalking celebrities, or sports fans in general. And
what can we do to stop it, you guys? J&J Sports.
Coming to y'all live in 2025.